Hi, friends. Welcome to your weekly Motivational Moments with Eric Vickery, President of Coaching at All-Star Dental Academy. This week, I want to talk to you about flexibility and forgiveness. And what I mean by that is from a team building standpoint, the number one most powerful characteristic that you can bring to your team is forgiveness. Talking to many of you about this before. Forgiveness is a valuable asset that you cannot live without. When you aren't able to live in a place where forgiveness is possible, you enter into what's called the 3 R's, the 3 R's that you want to avoid: resistance, resentment, and revenge. I'll say that slower. When you can't forgive people, when you can't be flexible on the team, you enter in a place of resistance. I just don't like being around them. I resist being around them. Resentment. I start to resent them. I just don't like their personality. I don't like the way they behave. I don't like anything about them. You start to resent them. Why do they get away with that? Okay, you have these feelings inside. Okay, and then ultimately you end up in revenge. And revenge can look interesting. It can just be simple things like rooting against them. It could be buying coffee for a couple people and not them. There's a lot of ways revenge shows up. It's typically very passive aggressive and how it shows up. So here's what I want you to do: a self-check this week. How flexible and how willing are you to forgive one another? Some of you have been on teams where there's been blow-ups with each other. You spend enough awake time with this work family, and you end up in that place. You can also use this at home, by the way. How can you seek a place of forgiveness with this person? Well, asking for forgiveness, apologizing is how you get there. When you can't get there, it's like walking around with a pebble in your shoe. You're constantly aware of it, and you can't get rid of it. You got to learn how to sit down, take that shoe off, take the time to dump that out, put it back on, and get back there with them. Pretty soon, we're going to talk about crucial conversations, and it's a way you can do that as well. But for this week, what I want you to think about is, who are you holding that grudge with? Who do you have resentment with in your team? Are you willing to turn the other cheek? Are you willing to sit down and seek an apology, seek forgiveness with them? And maybe they'll ask for the same when you do that. But when you extend that olive branch, the goal is for it to be mutual. And the analogy I use, the story I tell, is always, road rage. Somebody cuts you off and they don't know they cut you off, and you're just angry and you're resenting them and you want revenge. And so you pull up alongside them and you get up alongside them, you look at them, and there's just something about that driver that you realize, oh my gosh, I feel sorry for them, or they were unaware, or I totally get why they did what they did. And right when you're getting ready to look at them and tell them they're number one, you look at them and they look at you and you smile and you wave and you go, have a nice day. We're trying to get to a place of that. Some people don't know that they've offended you. You either need to be flexible and let that go, or you need to sit down and say, I know that I've offended you, or I know that our relationship is heading down the wrong path, and I want to get to a clean slate with you. I want to get that pebble out of the way. I want to wipe the slate clean. I want to start over. Can we forgive one another? Can we get to a place of forgiveness? So I hope this week you have a powerful week that is filled with flexibility and forgiveness, and you avoid the 3 R's. Make it a great one, guys.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Dental All-Stars. Visit us online at allstardentalacademy.com.